company which started with pneumatics, automation, and now making the world move. At Festo, a new plant is inaugurated along with their celebration of 100 years. We are having with us the Indian and German team of Festo here to talk to us about their 100-year journey as well as about India. I would like to first introduce my guests today. I am having with me Rashmikant Joshi, who is the Managing Director of Festo India. I believe more than 25 years. From 1999, my relationship with Festo started. And I'm having with me Thomas Böck. He is the Chairman of the Board, Festo. And I'm having with me Dr. Kriwet. He is more like Indian with the kind of work he did for India. A person who worked in R&D, then gone to sales. Something what you were also talking, because the entire sales even in manufacturing is changing. And we have Ravi Shastri, the young face, the dynamic face of Festo India, which is, I believe, they are starting a new step today for a better tomorrow, for a future promise, and that is where I am going to, I believe I hear from Ravi Shastri. Today morning in the inauguration, we had a beautiful inauguration in the morning where a lot of people came. The German Consulate General was here. The Stoll family as well as Nadu family. A great collaboration of India and Germany happening for years, maybe more than 50, 60, 70 years. As well as the German Consul General, as well as the other people talking about how India as a country is taking prominence in the entire geopolitical situation. So first my question to Mr. Thomas is that in the Festo's global footprint, where India stands?
So it's a rising star, I have to say, because we are investing into India since some years, but right now we are accelerating also our investment, and it's clearly stated by the opening of this factory. And it's not only the production capabilities we are increasing, it's also R&D, IT, and other functions as a global service center, or the GCC as we call it, because what we see now is working together with highly educated people from India. It helps to accelerate also our global operations and our global footprint as a whole. And we want to see more shared service functions also here in India.
We have seen that even there was a reduction of maybe the revenue, but still Festo was able to keep the growth intact. There may be multiple facts, and I believe one can be the automation itself, what's happening, the faster changes, the technology. How do you see the technological transformation happening worldwide? And at one point of time, India today also we have 145 crore people. It's a big nation. So there was a time even in India we were thinking that manual labor is cheaper than the automation. But after COVID things have changed. But when you see how this transformation, the automation is happening in the world, and what is the progress in India?
So what we see is the world is changing faster since the COVID time. So a lot of technologies evolved, as the example of ChatGPT. So we see the ease of operation of difficult technical systems going on faster, and the demand for more automation is even increasing. What is changing now is people want to use the information coming out of a machine. They want to work with data. They want to apply artificial intelligence in the machine systems to improve even further the processes. So the change is now coming into data-driven products and product development, which also means software is becoming more important, and this will change the way machines are designed. Where we have to fit into the picture is we are developing PLCs, edge controllers. We have an operating system that could fit also for AI, but also we have the motion products that have sensors or even more information if you talk about electrical automation that help really to gather the information to optimize the process at our customers. So it's really shifting more into software-driven business models. And regarding India, you are a software company. You are one of the world's biggest software hubs. So therefore, on purpose, we want to also hire here more people doing software development for us.
I think that is a great advantage, the human resources, what India is having. But we also believe the manufacturing is something which can also take India to the Viksit Bharat.
Absolutely.
The developed nation, what our Prime Minister have put. See, Festo is celebrating 100 years today. Another 23 years, we are going to celebrate the 100 years of India's, after independence. And by that time, we believe if India needs to become a developed nation, manufacturing needs to grow. And
absolutely, because all the people need goods, and goods need to be produced. So it's the way how they are produced that is changing, not that you need still the goods. So it's in advanced manufacturing. I think this is one of the biggest investments for the years to come in India, but also in other countries of the world. So we are on a perfect path to do so.
See, when Festo comes in my mind, it's all pneumatics. Festo means pneumatics because that's what the journey, what I gone through, I learned through. But today, that is changing. Today you are doing automation for the world in motion. So there is a big change in even the product portfolio or even in the thought process what Festo is having to offer to your customers. So Dr. Kriwet, what is the transformation? You are there in multiple dimensions you worked. You worked in the global R&D and now you work for India. What are the change Festo is bringing to the market?
Yeah, actually, we are challenged by the fact that most customers still see us as a pneumatic company because we are so strong in pneumatic that everybody associates that with us. At Festo, we have never understood ourselves as a pneumatic company. We see us as a company that provides motion. Because if you are a machine builder and you want to perform a task in your machine, you need to move things, right? And how it is moved is not so much your concern. Yesterday, the motion was primarily pneumatic. Today, it is a mix. Some is pneumatic, some is electric. Tomorrow, it will be maybe shape memory alloys, or it will be superconductive servo motors, or it will be electropolymers. So the technology, how motion is done, will change.
See, we also have seen that 8.8% is the funds you have allocated for the R&D. Still, challenging. We have seen that many, especially Europe, the kind of challenges what you are going through, many cuts are happening in budgets, but still you are giving R&D a big importance. Why?
This is actually coming from our owners. Our owners expect us to be a company that is leading in innovation. They expect us to be pushing the envelope all the time. New technologies have to come from Festo. Therefore, we are investing more than double of what our competitors are investing in R&D. And this is not research that comes from the drawing board. It is developments done together with our customers. So we believe that the inspiration for new ideas, the inspiration for new products comes from working very closely with our customers, understanding their needs, understanding their challenges, and then developing solutions for these challenges. So our customers are the source of inspiration for our innovations.
How many years you are now dealing with India?
Many years. I've taken responsibility for global sales in 2013, and ever since then, I've also had the responsibility for Festo in India, together with a great team that we have here, and I'm very proud to work together with this great team.
But I think you came on some of the right time to India. See, my question I would like to ask you was, when you see India as a country, today we have certain plans set in motion. The PLI schemes, if you know, the production linked incentive, the semiconductor industry, we are trying to, we have taken steps to establish, as well as if you see the 3C market,
Yes.
the communication electronics, the computer electronics. Do you see India as an aggressive player in today in the world? Do you see that way?
I would say India is a very innovative and competitive player. And this is something that has developed only in the last few years. I'm a strong believer in the power of India, but for many, many years, I've seen India going up and down without really making strong progress on the world arena. But in the last couple of years, this is now changing. And I think the deregulation of the economy, a simplification of the tax system, the incentives that the government is putting, make in India, the skills initiatives that the government has started, all of that helps to broaden the economy, and suddenly the entrepreneurship that is in every Indian, you can see always on the side of the road, every Indian is an entrepreneur. Now this comes to life. And I believe we are at the beginning of a very strong and fast journey where automation will play an important role.
Thanks for your views. And Indians, people used to say that we are jugadus, a frugal mindset. But I believe that is also very strength. But if we are able to bring these frugal mindset to a very, planned way, maybe even India can grow faster. A lot of automation, lot of Festo products can also be, used in those technologies. Anyway, now we are in India. Who can tell more about India and its progress than Joshi Saab? Because, sir, when you joined Festo?
In 1990.
1990.
90.
So, I think 35 years.
35 years in Festo.
It's a long journey. 1990 and 2025. What is the difference of Festo?
Yeah. Ask me what is the difference in the market. Because finally Festo is all about reflection of the market. So in 1990, first of all, the economy was closed. Goods were not allowed to be imported for trading. And that's how Festo started manufacturing in India. That was the vision of the owners. But then, of course, in 1991, the markets slowly opened up. But if we look back at that time, automation was very rare phenomena in the market. Volumes have been far less. The presence of international companies was kind of non-existent. And this all because pre-90, everything was, controlled economy. So when we came, we couldn't find enough business because there was no business. And like our owners did in 50s, even in Europe, we had to do here in India, that we had to create the market. So we literally went to customers, training them, explaining them how it can be automated without really losing the workforce or employment opportunities, automate for purpose, and this is how we could grow the market. So this was the kind of market, and Festo really contributed in Indian market to grow the automation size, market size, right? And this is this has been possible through our didactic approach, because Festo has been present since 70s and 80s in Indian market with didactic. Of course, it all came directly from Europe. But in 1993, we started our first didactic training center in India. And that's how we also educated the market, and we grew the market. That was then. If you look at today, 2025, of course, we have to consider one thing. India always has been a good machine manufacturing market. I mean, we always had enough companies who manufactured machines. The only thing was that those machines were very manual, right? There was not much of automation on it. But today, if you look at, we have very many customers who export machines, who have technologies, and you name an industry segment, we have companies here in India who export. So the automation level, the knowledge and everything has gone much higher. This also has got help from the software side, because if you look at today's automation, unlike automation which used to happen in 90s, which was like pneumatics, we even used to do pure pneumatics. There was not even an electrical wire connected anywhere. But today, if you really look at, there is no pure pneumatics. Yeah? There is much higher intelligent pneumatics. Even if you think about pneumatics, a lot more software coming in, etc. And this is where India is the expert. It's a world expert. All this helps the market to have much or go much faster ahead in the automation technology field on the machines and equipments. So that's the scenario today. And I'm pretty sure we're talking about AI, we're talking about ML, we're talking about even Industry 4.0, etc. These technologies are gonna have much higher speed in India in the manufacturing area, right? And I think India has a huge future here.
See, one thing what we have seen is, we were, as you told that we had a very robust machine building system earlier. That one reason was also because we were very strong in automotive. Even if you see, even Bangalore was a complete machine tool. They had very long machine tool history. And then process automation is something more where Festo should have been got the advantage. Today when we are talking about semiconductor industry is coming, right? Or the electrification, the kind of work what is happening here. How do you see, apart from the automotive, and from there now we are going more into aerospace and defense manufacturing, there's a lot of opportunities coming up. How the process industries have grown in India?
Yeah. So I think process industries is a very, very, very old industry in India. We all know, if we speak about process industry in the field of biopharma, in the field of chemical industries, India always was fairly advanced. At least I can say now since last couple of decades, but in chemical industries even before, right? So process automation market is even bigger than factory automation market in India if you really look at. And we have many players, local players in process automation industry here in India. But again, in process automation, if we speak about the technology, automation technology as such, I think this is something where a lot has happened in last 10 years. I can say since 2011, 2012, a lot of development has taken place where India has contributed also in global market very largely. So as regards to biotech, pharma, as I said, as regards chemical industry is concerned, but also many water works, for example, water plants in India are more and more being automated these days. Gone are the days when a guy used to go on a bicycle with a long rod to open the cork that part of the city would get water. Over now. It's all being automated more and more. So I think process automation is also growing that part. And now I come one more segment, and that is the life sciences. This is something also we have good amount of products which would go in from process automation, which would go into life sciences. So, as I said, process automation always existed in India on a lower technology level, but now the technology level in process automation is growing higher and higher.
Why Bairamangalam?
Yeah. So, we are located in, our headquarters is in Bangalore, in southern part of Bangalore, in Bomasanar industrial area. And there we have, as of now, we have 18 acres of land. And we needed to grow. And we still have space in our 12-acre land to grow, but that growth will not work out because it'll not last long. So we needed much larger space. But we also wanted to stay closer to our existing plant, our existing office in Bangalore. And we've been looking for this. We were also under tremendous time pressure. The board from Germany and the owners wanted very quick results. And in India, you know, things don't work that fast. And then buying a land is not very easy in India. It very complex availability point of view, and also all the due diligence, etc. And the closest what we found was in this part. I always say, we can say that we are in Tamil Nadu here, but I always say in business, there are no borders. There are no states. Our customers are everywhere. Hosur is also as important for us as Bomachandra or Pina or, for that matter, Noida. So, from location point of view, this is the closest we could find of a land of a size of 75 acres. This is not easy.
And I strongly believe the investment, what Festo did here, is going to change this place, this village. Seriously, this can become the world, the global hub for motion technology. And what do you think? Like you already set for 2030, you already have your plans. So what we can witness in 2030 in Bairamangalam?
Yeah. So what we can witness in Bairamangalam in 2030 is an integrated plant, a world-class plant where it is co-located with the R&D, where we will produce for India, for world, products which are designed, developed and manufactured in India.
Whenever I come to the stall of Festo, I see huge number of products. So you have 100 group products, 10,000 components. How you manage your customers?
Yeah. So we always say our success is based on our customer success. And I think Dr. Kriwet said in the morning speech that we are not selling products. We are giving a solution to the customer. So that's where the role of our sales and application engineering is important, where we look at the problem of customer and we give a solution. By the way, we sell our product.
Mr. Thomas, one question. The investment what Festo did in India, 500 CR, is not a small investment. What made the board trust India?
Yeah, we base it on the history, but also on the economy that is developing fast in India right now. And we see also when it comes to a global economy, it's a safe haven, because as India is positioned in the way in geopolitics, it's easy to cooperate. And as a strategic development, we see it. We want to cooperate with India, as the German politics do as well. But we also see the track record of the development over the past years. So we build on trust and on knowledge, and that's how we see the future also growing in India.
A last line of question. We believe our government is also have something called Skill India. We believe India can skill the entire world, but today getting the right talent is a big trouble, and you have your skill development program which is very successful. And I know that in Germany you have the vocational, which is very strong. So you have a 2-year course, and you were telling that from 80 now you are looking at increasing the capability also to 50. You are supporting many people. So who gives this certificate? And these students who pass out, are they works with Festo, or they can go anywhere? How the entire, and also how the system is working in India?
Thank you. So first of all, let me tell you, when it comes to skilling, it's not only our vocational training academy where we are doing skilling. We do skilling in many different forms. Vocational training academy is one form. We also do skilling of people to prepare them for world skill competition. We also skill people of our customers through our didactic courses. But let me come back to Vocational Training Academy, which you asked me for. Yes, these students who are taken by us every year, they are financed by us. So they get stipend for 2 years of course, and everything is free, right? And they get stipend. So they can also support their families. This Vocational Training Academy we are running in collaboration with NTTF, which is a very renowned private training company whose certificate is also very well recognized in industry. They do the theory part and we do the practical part. That's how it works. So it is kind of dual that our students, they work on shop floor. It's right below this, on shop floor in the production environment. Although it is Festo who is financing all this, there is no commitment required from the students that they continue in Festo. So after they pass out, they get certificate and they are free to leave. But we're very fortunate. Since 2018, we are running this program, and there is not a single student whom we have lost. All of them are absorbed by Festo 100%. If you go through shop floor, you find many of them, they are working. And interesting part is, we call it Vocational Training Academy. Initially, we started absorbing all this, the pass-out students into our production. Since last couple of years, we have now expanded horizon for them. So we also have students who go to R&D, who work in global purchase, who work in customer support, who work in different areas. So yes, there is no commitment for students, but I think staying in this environment of Festo, they just don't want to leave.
Anyone have gone to your German facility or something like that from here?
Not yet. But we have a good program. You see, we have 5 vocational training academies globally. India is one of them. And there is good amount of exchange of experience and knowledge taking place. For example, even the exams are conducted by one single examiner for all of the locations. But we do have programs in which there are competitions amongst these vocational training academies, where also our Indian students, they participate.
See, actually it is a very, very interesting discussion. I can continue, but then time is a challenge. But I would love to continue talking to you people, because the transformation what Festo is bringing, and this information I think can be inspiration for many other industries to bring and support the country, because reaching 2047 a Viksit Bharat is not easy. The entire Indian should come, and I strongly believe the support from countries like Germany, I feel a natural partner to India is also very important, and I'm very happy that both the countries are working together in that line.
Yes.
So thank you very much, and thanks for joining with us. And till we meet next time, bye.